And Italy's political crisis comes at the worst possible time because Europe is facing an energy crunch. Russian oil is drying up and Russian gas is on hold, and the clock is ticking. Europe has to build up reserves before the long winter. How will they do that? Hungary, for example, has declared an energy emergency. The government is blaming two factors. One is Russia's war on Ukraine, and two, the subsequent sanctions by Europe. Hungary believes there is not enough gas to last through the winter. Their plan is to squeeze every ounce of energy.
Wastefulness can no longer be afforded anywhere. We should look into every alternative that provides incentives for the more sparing use of energy in the economy.
What does an energy emergency mean? For starters, no more exports. Hungary will not be selling energy outside the country. Secondly, more nuclear power. Hungary's only nuclear plant will be working overtime. And finally, more local production. Right now, Hungary produces 1.5 billion cubic meters of natural gas. That will be increased to 2 billion. A non-functioning lignite plant will also be revived. What's that? Lignite is a carbon-based fuel. It is often called brown coal. So basically, Hungary is pulling out all the stops. Nuclear power, natural gas, coal. They're squeezing every ounce of energy. But why is Hungary so badly hit? Well, these numbers should tell you. 65% of Hungary's oil comes from Russia, so does 85% of its gas. In other words, Russia keeps the lights on in Budapest. Prime Minister Viktor Orban is a close partner of Vladimir Putin. He also fought against EU sanctions on Russian oil. In fact, he won that fight. Europe only banned oil shipments by sea. The overland shipments were not sanctioned. And the reason is Hungary. They get Russian oil via the Druzhba pipeline. But even that supply is not guaranteed. Just look at the Nord Stream pipeline. On Monday, it was closed by Russia's Gazprom. The official reason is annual maintenance. But European countries are spooked. They fear the so-called maintenance could drag on for months. And turns out they may be right. Listen to the statement from Gazprom. This is what they say. In these circumstances, it is not possible to draw an objective conclusion about the development of the situation and ensuring the safe operation of the Porto Via station, a critical facility for the Nord Stream gas pipeline. In other words, we may or may not be able to turn the pipeline back on. Now, this would be a nightmare for Europe, especially for Germany. The Nord Stream makes up 35% of Germany's gas supply. If it remains shut for long, the economy could suffer. There's talk of a Eurozone recession in the countries that use the euro as their currency. Having said that, one question remains. Why did Putin wait so long to choke Europe's gas supply? Why not close Nord Stream earlier? Perhaps he's planning a major offensive now. That's what Ukraine believes, a major Russian offensive. Take a look at these pictures from Wednesday. It shows the aftermath of a Russian strike in the city of Vinnytsia. At least 20 people were killed in the attack. Kharkiv is also on Russia's radar. Officials say 5 people were killed and 30 wounded in Russian strikes. So clearly, Vladimir Putin is escalating the offensive. He has already captured the Luhansk province. His next target is Donetsk. And if that happens, the entire Donbass will be under Russian control. Despite this escalation, there are also some positive signs. Ukraine and Russia are holding talks in Istanbul. What are they discussing? Grain exports. Ukraine says 22 million tons of food grain is stuck at their ports. The talks in Istanbul hope to release that stock, to resume trade in the Black Sea. The United Nations and Turkey are also part of these talks. The UN chief says the first round was encouraging.
Of course, this was a first meeting. The progress was extremely encouraging. We hope that now the delegations are coming back to their capitals, and we hope that the next steps will allow us to come to a formal agreement.
The good news is they're talking. The bad news is the fighting continues. It's hard to understand how genuine these talks are. For instance, is Russia leveraging the grain blockade to ease the sanctions? Is the Nord Stream stunt also a similar move? Or is it aimed at deterring Western aid to Ukraine? The fact is we can't be sure. The battle of the Donbass will decide the future of this war. If Putin stops there, diplomacy could take over. That's the hope. If not, this could drag on for months. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.